Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. If you felt like there have been more power outages this year in the Northwest Territories, you would be right, especially when it comes to the North and South Slave regions. The Northwest Territories Power Corporation says it's aware of the issue, but a fix could still take some time. Sarah St. Pierre explains why.
Power outages are up by 30% this year across the Northwest Territories. For Yellowknife's business community, the unpredictability is not only affecting revenue, it's also adding costs.
So you can get a situation where your equipment will be fried. So literally it will be burnt on the inside and doesn't work anymore. And so there's a significant capital cost to a scenario like that, depending on the value of the equipment, as well as it impacts your business operations. So really it happens regularly enough that when the power goes out, it's the first thought I have.
Mechanical issues at two of the NTPC's hydro plants have made the outages worse this year, specifically at the Snare Falls plant and the Tallston plant. The NTPC says a tripping issue at Snare Falls should be resolved in September. That's good news for the North Slave region, but the South Slave isn't out of the woods yet. NTPC announced it found serious corrosion in a 60-year-old surge tank at Tallston on Friday. The plant was supposed to be coming back online later this week after planned maintenance, but NTPC says that will now have to wait, and there's no return date yet. Before the seriousness of the issue became known, NTPC was concerned about old equipment.
Our aging infrastructure, that has always been, I think that has been one of our biggest challenges. And then the replacement of that has to happen over time because the cost to do that get built into rates.
The NTPC says it's working on the mechanical issues and on limiting environmental factors for outages, like keeping vegetation away from power lines.
They also say that customers shouldn't expect to see an increase from the outages on their bills, but they are still in the middle of a general rate application process. Sarah St. Pierre, CBC News, Yellowknife.
An Inuit organization says Inuit voices need to be heard when it comes to a new global treaty on plastic pollution. The Global Plastics Treaty is currently in development in Geneva, Switzerland. UN member states are working on the document right now. The treaty aims to set out guidelines and regulations around plastic production. The chair of the Inuit Circumpolar Council says microplastics are harmful and have already made their way into the diet of Inuit.
So it's fish, and it's also some of the whales. So obviously these are species that make up a very important part of our traditional diet and also our traditional livelihoods. So this is of a big concern to us.
The treaty talks began in 2022 and were set to end late last year, but the UN states couldn't reach an agreement. This session is expected to wrap up on Thursday. The Canadian Armed Forces are beginning their Arctic operations for this season. The American and Canadian militaries are deploying across the eastern, western, and northern regions. The Canadian Armed Forces say upcoming operations across Nunavut's Baffin Island will largely consist of patrols and surveillance activities. It's part of the annual Operation Nanook Nunakput. It's one of 5 deployments under Operation Nanook, which takes place each year. The armed forces say it's to support peace, security, and sovereignty in the region. Operation Nanook Nunakput will run from late August to mid-September. The armed forces say the operations respect the rights and interests of Inuit and Northern Indigenous peoples and are in alignment with the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. The Canada Summer Games are underway in St. John's. Teams from all 13 provinces and territories have been facing off for 2 days already. TJ Deere has more on Team Nunavut's weekend.
The games began Saturday night with an opening ceremony full of excitement. Nunavut's flag was carried in by Benjamin Alivaktuk. Speaking to CBC News earlier in the day, he gave his reaction when he first heard he was chosen.
I couldn't quite believe it. Before we left, my coach sent me an email to let me know that I'm going to be the flag bearer. I just couldn't believe it.
The ceremony also featured performances by Indigenous communities that live in Newfoundland and Labrador. The section was led with an Inuk song that featured throat singing and drumming. Two young Inuit also performed a throat song. The teams got down to business on Sunday. In beach volleyball, it was a tough start for Alivaktuk and his partner Mathieu Bayerjean in their games on Sunday. They were dealt a heavy loss against New Brunswick, but in a match against the Northwest Territories, they kept it close, losing by a combined 6 points. Sheila Akulukjuk and Piunguala Kusugak are the players on Nunavut's women's team. In their first game on Sunday against PEI, they kept it close, losing by a combined 7 points. This morning, the game did not go well against Yukon. Team Nunavut's basketball teams were also in action yesterday. Despite a heavy loss against Manitoba last night, the women's team started the tournament with a tight match, losing 66-42 to Yukon. The men's team had a similar day. Their big loss was against Nova Scotia, but they also played well against Yukon, losing 77-55. Both teams played Saskatchewan today, and they both lost. All 4 teams will be back in action tomorrow. TJ Deere, CBC News, Iqaluit.
The 2027 North American Indigenous Games are in jeopardy. The event's governing council recently announced that the Games can no longer take place in Calgary. The city had been selected as the 2027 host society, but the council says the Calgary Host Society was unable to meet targets by designated deadlines to get ready for the Games. The executive director of the Yukon Aboriginal Sports Circle says it's not clear yet if another city can step in to host the event, and the Games might have to be postponed for a year.
These games are really big, so they are having 5,000 youths together in a town. It's very important for everybody that the whole society is ready and everything is set, and like organization and transport and facilities, everything needs to be well organized. So it's better to postpone than to go to games that are not really completely ready, because we went to such games in the past with transportation issues, and it's very difficult for everybody, for the Yukoners, to attend games that are not very well organized. So it's better to have maybe another host that feels more ready, or just to postpone by 1 year to ensure a very good experience for all Indigenous athletes.
The North American Indigenous Games Council says it'll provide an update about the plans in the coming weeks. Arctic sports will make their debut at this year's Masters Indigenous Games. The biennial event brings together Indigenous athletes from around the world. This year's Arctic Games competition will include things like the 1-foot high kick, the Dene and Inuit stick pull, and the knuckle hop. Dozens of athletes will be flexing their skills from Alaska, Canada, Greenland, to as far south as New Zealand. Organizers say it's not only about competition, but education as well.
I like to not put our culture in a box. I think the Inuit Games, our elders have said these games are meant to be shared with the world, and they tell the story of our people in such an empowering way. And we want to be known. And so that's kind of how I've used these games as a tool to teach people about our Indigenous cultures of the North.
The games begin on Thursday in Ottawa on Algonquin territory. A new photo exhibit explores what health and wellness looks like to young Inuit in Winnipeg. Participants told their stories through artwork and photography, but one researcher says the findings show young Inuit in the city need more support. The CBC's Otsin Shabakekut has more.
Life through their eyes. 15 young Inuit shared what life looks like to them as part of a photo project. Keith Cook took a picture of red dresses at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. The 17-year-old says it's important for him to remember missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls.
It helps to take the weight off your back, to tell other people about yourself.
Luke Amatou took a picture of the Red River. He says walks by the water are important for his health, but it also reminds the 16-year-old of the MMIWG crisis.
I was kind of emotional at first when I heard other people's stories.
Could you relate though?
Yeah.
What did you relate to?
Losing a person.
Luke says the project taught him the importance of family and how to listen to people. The project comes at a critical time after Tungasugit Inuit Resource Center's main funding source for youth programming was cut. It provides support and activities for young people while Inuit communities deal with the highest suicide rates in the country. Caramello Swan is the center's youth manager. She says the photo project offered an outlet for any pain they might be carrying.
Watching it all come together with this project has been very healing, but also heartbreaking.
G. Van Tour led the project. She says it shows young Inuit have a hard time transitioning to life in the city, and that they need support to navigate intergenerational trauma and encouragement to keep up in school.
There's still a lot that needs to be done to support these kids in the city, and I feel that they're not getting enough attention from policy and from government.
Tour's hope is that the project draws attention to young Inuit in Canada and helps them create healthier futures. Austin Shebekigit, CBC News, Winnipeg.
The future is everything. Stories of incredible ingenuity, dedication, and some extraordinary teamwork. This is parenthood.
Take a voyage with me to the vast, remote, most extreme place on Earth.
For many, this will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Where the effects of climate change are intensifying.
The poles are a very rapidly changing place.
And geopolitical cracks threaten peace and stability. Do you think there's a security concern?
I definitely do.
Experience the historic all-Canadian mission. CBC in Antarctica. Watch free on CBC Gem.
Want to get the most out of CBC News? Use the app or cbcnews.ca for live breaking news on the stories that matter to you. Whether it's local, national, or around the world, turn to CBC News.
It makes sense that they get a larger share, or does it?
Welcome to the Greenbelt.
All of this, just single detached homes.
Yes.
What do we know? I think we can explain.
About that with Andrew Chang.
Although the NBA currently is flooded with Canadian players, this was not a reality.
A new immigration law.
This story is directly tied to all of those families who made a brave choice to come to this country.
My favorite word.
Tariff! How seriously are you taking this threat?
It's the uncertainty that's the biggest issue.
Canada, we got you.
Elbows up!
Today, with this agreement, we are strengthening Canada's federation. We are committing ourselves to a new north.
The new north that Jean Chrétien spoke of took a monumental step forward on that day, August 25th, 2003. That's when the Clichon Land Claims and Self-Government Agreement was signed. 2 years later, in August of 2005, the Clichon Nation made history in the Northwest Territories. The Clichon Agreement came into effect, and the Clichon government was formed. It followed decades of negotiations and extensive community consultations. And this month, that agreement marks its 20th anniversary. The Clichon government was the first in the NWT to finalize a single agreement combining both a comprehensive land claim and self-government. The agreement was a turning point in the history of the Clichon Nation. Jocelyn Chappelle breaks it down for us.
The Clichon Agreement gave the nation title to over 39,000 square kilometers of land between Great Slave Lake and Great Bear Lake. That's slightly larger than the size of Vancouver Island. It also granted lawmaking authority over areas like education, housing, and child and family services. Since then, the government has opened its own headquarters in Betchicon as well as offices in other Clichon communities. It's launched a multi-year tree planting program to restore boreal caribou habitat and been recognized internationally, receiving a United Nations Public Service Award in 2007. This week's annual gathering in Betchicon also marks the first sitting of the 6th Cleachon Assembly. It will celebrate the history and focus on the path ahead. Events continue this week at the community's cultural centre. Jocelyn Chappelle, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Another moment in the history of the Cleachon Nation. These canoers traveled from the Cleachon communities to Betchicon for the Cleachon Assembly and to celebrate the Cleachon Agreement's 20th anniversary. They were greeted with hugs and smiles, but the journey wasn't always an easy one. I spoke to paddler Peter John Apples from Gamati about his trip. So you were part of the paddlers that came in. Tell me what the paddle was like this year.
The paddle is pretty good, smooth going but low water, but kind of windy. From this lake, it's pretty windy on this one, Marion Lake.
Yeah, somebody was telling me just behind, that the paddlers used to come in there and they couldn't because of low water. Tell me more about what you saw on the landscape that was a bit different this year.
Landscape is on a river, the water is pretty low, you could tell by paddling, and as soon as you hit the rocks, you have to get out of the canoe to help the canoe go forward. So water is pretty low. Compared to other years, the water is too low. Yeah.
How did that? You had mentioned when you hit the rocks, you have to get out. Is there any other way that changed the paddle this year that you guys had to adapt?
Yeah, you have to work. You have to work through the paddles, once you paddle, you get going, but maybe go another 50 yards or you hit another rock, you have to help the canoers. You have to go back and help the canoers, and you have to unload and reload and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And were you part of the paddling group that was evacuated because of the wildfire as well?
Yeah, I was there too. I was going back to Yellowknife by chopper, so I ended up in Betchicon and head up to the paddlers. So we met up to them and paddled in to Betchicon.
Can you tell me a little bit about what it was like having to evacuate, having to get out by a chopper? Just describe the experience to me if you don't mind.
Yeah, the paddlers, well, this happened in the middle of the night, so kind of scary. The fire was there, so we have to evacuate down to the river where our boats were. So middle of the night, we have to paddle all the way north and going through the river. When we came in, going back on the river, so it was kind of tough. But for emergency, we stay up on the island there, so got to evacuate from there by chopper. So kind of scary for the young ones with us. So we end up in Yellowknife, coming back here. So paddling in from Betchicon to Betchicon.
Yeah, after that whole ordeal, what did it feel like to come in, see the crowds gathered, hear everyone cheering, hear the drumming?
Yeah, it feels awesome coming in because we end up joining Wokiti and Wati and Betchicon over at one of those islands. It was pretty exciting coming in and over there too. So a lot of canoers. They were so happy coming in and shooting bear bangers and all that good stuff. So it was pretty awesome feeling coming in.
Yeah, I bet. We were amidst all the bear banger shooting, and it was quite a ruckus, but it was very joyful.
Yes, it was. So it was pretty good coming in. Really awesome feeling.
So, the reason that we're here is for the Cleachon Assembly and also to celebrate 20 years of the Cleachon Agreement. I wonder if you have any thoughts that you want to share about how life has changed over the past 20 years for the Cleachon people.
We're Cleachon people. Well, we're still learning as we go for the Cleachon government and for the Cleachon people. Well, this been happening through way back before us, with the old days. They used to come in with the canoers. But now it's our turn to pass it on. They pass it on to us, so we pass it on to the young ones, teaching them. So pretty awesome feeling for that Kinchung gathering in Bishako.
Looking forward to the next generation of young people, I'm just wondering, I guess, what your hopes are for the future.
Well, my hopes are, I hope the younger generation for Kinchung government continue as Kinchung people, not to let go of our way of life. So we got two choices. We got to have English and Kinchung language as two people. So we got to hold on to that. Even our young ones, we got to teach our kids to go out in the land, and that's the way our elders and ancestors they did. So we have to hold on to that for the Kinchung government. So pretty proud to be Kinchung.
Masi, thank you for your time.
Yeah, Masi Cho.
One special guest in the canoes was the Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations. Rebecca Alty explains why she took part. Tell me, Minister, about your journey on the canoe, where you started and what it's like to arrive here.
Yeah, so we did the day trip, so we met at the island, and it was a great lunch and an opportunity. Former Chief Joe Rubeska actually was telling us the history of the island and stuff that had happened there. So stuff like from Chief Jimmy Bruno era all the way to like BHP and the communities coming out together to talk about economic development and what they want for their future. So it was really neat. And of course, hearing everybody's stories over, from Wequity past 2 weeks all the way till up today.
And why did you want to be here on this particular journey?
I think it's really important. It's, trails of our ancestors, so being able to be in the community. I was invited by Grand Chief to join, and then it's the 20th anniversary of the Clecho Agreement, so a great opportunity to celebrate as well.
So you are a minister, you're MP, but you're also a Yellowknifer, so this is also part of your history. What have you seen since the Clecho Agreement was signed, just from your perspective, and what are you looking at now that this kind of falls under your portfolio?
Yeah, I think there's been incredible growth over just even the past number of years with the new center and the new housing, and so really with the self-government agreement, more and more services being delivered by the Clecho, I think is incredible.
And there's still some unsettled land claims, self-government agreements. Is that a priority for this federal government?
For sure, yeah. And, working with the Decho, the Kecho, North Slave Métis Alliance, Métis Nation, Colville Lake, I was up at the end of July, and so it's getting close, and so hope to see that one across the finish line.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add, Minister?
No, just a big congrats to the Clecho on their 20th anniversary.
Masi?
Masi Cho.
This is Liza Jeremica. She's an 85-year-old Clecho elder who traveled the path of her ancestors in the traditional way. She shares her story in Clecho.
My name is Liza Jeremica. I am 85 years old. So basically is on Sinna. Ila Sandara Kama. I am 60. Sinna on Sinna Sunday. Something that Mother the did on Sunday. Only Massi home. This is a classic again. I can't again. Only Sinna. It's got Sinna beach in the Leziano since I did a Massia the home. Only Sinna Raki. Take S on land, Sinna Dala. Massi said, it's not a night hall. They cannot see Massi saw a honor or Sinna.
In Whitehorse, car racing fans were treated to a visit from the Formula One Academy and a track-ready car over the weekend. At just 19 years old, Nicole Habda is the Canadian representative for the International Formula One Academy. She signed autographs and posed for pictures with residents on Saturday afternoon at the new Hyatt Hotel parking lot. The CBC's Gordon Loverin was there.
Professional motorsport enthusiasts were treated to an up-close and personal event with Nicole Habda over the weekend on Main Street. The 19-year-old racing phenom from Vancouver Island was up promoting the Arctic Training Center, and she brought along with her a Formula race car.
Everyone has their own story, and I think it's cool to share my story as well as hear other people's stories, and how they live here basically is so different than I'm used to. Like the hunting, I think that's cool, you know, the snowmobiling, everything, just like nature is really cool.
Habda is part of the Formula One Academy. Female drivers get to learn to operate race cars that reach speeds up to 240 kilometers an hour. Her body deals with the weight of 2 Gs of force behind a vehicle that produces 175 horsepower. It's a love she developed at a young age when her dad used to take her to racetracks around the lower mainland of BC. And she has some advice for young women of the Yukon.
Go explore life and go explore like the world while you still can. Like, you know, when you're young, you have so many things you can do. So like, you know, for me, I'm exploring literally the world while I am racing. And I think that is super cool. So I just say, you know, get out there and go do something and chase something, even if you don't know what you're doing. Go do it and enjoy it.
Habda drove the Formula race car at Miles Canyon near Whitehorse alongside the Yukon River. After that, she boarded a plane for Las Vegas to continue promoting the Formula One Academy. Gordon Loverin, CBC News, Whitehorse, Yukon.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with more of the paddlers who traveled to Betchakon for the Clichon Assembly and, of course, to celebrate the Clichon Agreement's 20th anniversary. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.